Hello, Internetians! My name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the West Virginia Media Awards. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Ultimate Battle League. This is going to be our season number 3, week number 9 team builder. We are taking on DeathlyiAm and his Tennessee Trubbish, I believe, is the team he has this time. I don't remember what his other team was. What's his other team? Seattle DrSlaking. But we're taking on the Tennessee Trubbish today, coached by my man Deathly. So, of course, be sure to go check him out in the description below. And let us jump right into it. We are doing really well. We lost last week versus OPJellicent, so now we got 2 more weeks, and I'd really like to win both of them just so I can secure that spot in playoffs. Because, of course, I want to win. So, my man Dustin's going to have to take an L this week, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to plan on doing it when I battle him tonight, which you'll see tomorrow, which is, I'm actually battling on time for, like, the first time ever. So it's really nice. But anyway, Deathly's team should appear very shortly. And it consists of HeraHorde, Mega Kangaskhan, Nidoqueen, Volcanion, Delmise, Mienshao, Ribombee, Vaporeon, Aerodactyl, Bronzong, and the Z Rotom Frost. So, pretty scary team overall. Lots of threats that I have to take care of. And generally just ones I don't want to I just do not want to have to deal with. Dragon's, of course, a big threat. However, not really the biggest, as I have many ways to take it on. However, that Z crystal is going to be really, really obnoxious when it comes to dealing with my Florges, because he can run something like Z Iron Tail to take care of that. Mega Kangaskhan, a giant threat. It always will be. It always will be. It is just, it's crazy how threatening something like that can be in this format. However, no sizing toss and. Mega Kangaskhan, we all know how to deal with it. Run a Rocky Helmet, and you'll be fine. Nidoqueen's a mon I can expect it to come as his rocker, as it can heavily pressure me, and it just really needs 3 moves, honestly. It can just run Dual Stab, and something like Flamethrower, and it can just run Shop through my team, so that can be something that can definitely come. I wouldn't be surprised. Volcanion, Subtoxic is always a huge threat. I expect Subtoxic, Earth Power, and then Blank as its moves, because they can just do a lot of damage to me. Delmise, not really too worried about, although I do have checks to it. Mienshao, Scarf Hide Jug Kick is probably going to be the best way he has to beat the team that I brought, based on my own, like, personal way, like, looking at threats. I think that's definitely one of his best ways to win the game. However, I still have checks to it. Ribombee, Quiver Dance, Sticky Web, both really annoying. Both I have checks to. Don't know if he'll actually bring it, but he definitely could if he really wants to. And we'll see how that goes during the game. Vaporeon is a really annoying wall for this team. I do have 2 mons that can deal with it in the Mega Sceptile and the Thundurus. However, both get bought by Ice Beam, and he can easily take 1 hit from both of those because Vaporeon is just naturally super bulky. Aerodactyl, I don't expect to come. It's fast, but it just doesn't do it this match. I have something like Steelix to stop it indefinitely. Steelix can stop it almost indefinitely. Mesprit just says no a lot. And it's not really bulky enough to take on some of my threats. It gets outsped by Mega Sceptile, Scarf Thundurus. Tentacruel can do a lot of damage to it with, like, Surf, if it tries to switch in. Porygon Z is going to knock it out with Z Hyper Beam. I can tell you that right now. Bronzong definitely is going to come. It's going to come. It's going to come. It can be a rocker if he wants. It can be his other rocker outside of the Nidoqueen. But a lot of my team is actually going to be there to get damage off on it, weaken it, because that's definitely one I want gone for my potential win con. And then Brown and Frost is there. I mean, it could come. It definitely could come, just because it stabs really good against me, but I have checks to it, so we'll see how that goes. But let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into the team that we're going to be bringing versus Deathly. Okay, so I knew immediately what I wanted my win con to be. I just didn't know exactly what set, but eventually I figured that out, right? I wanted to bring my Thundurus Therian as my win con, because Electric seems to go through his team pretty well. He does have some mons that can take Thunderbolts, although they don't resist, like Bronzong and the, what was the other mon? Bronzong and something else could take a Thunderbolt pretty well. Maybe just the Bronzong? Mega Kangaskhan. So both of those can take a Thunderbolt pretty well. And, you know, deal with me with their stabs, or just, like, in general. Just be able to pressure me. So, I knew those things were going to be weakened for this thing to win. However, the set that I'm bringing, is definitely going to need things weakened to win. I didn't know what item I wanted yet. I knew I wanted Agility, and I want to Protect, Thunderbolt, and I was thinking about the last move for a while, but, like, if I'm going to be only getting 1 coverage move because of Agility and Protect, I'm going to go Hidden Power Ice. I thought about Psychic at first, and then I thought about Focus Blast and all kinds of stuff, and ultimately we just went with this. Because it hits the Delmas, it hits the HeraHorde, and it hits the Nidoqueen. All very well. The only thing it doesn't hit is the Rodent Frost, but if he brings the Rodent Frost, I will deal with it. And if I feel like I can't deal with it, then I'll just use Thunderous to break, and I'll sweep with one of my other monsters later in the game. So this set is going to be more of a bulky set, because again, I want this to be the WinCon. I don't really need this to come in early. So this is going to be pretty bulky, honestly. It's going to look like that. And that's going to be modest. This speed allows me to outspeed a +1. What does it allow me to outspeed? +1 me and Chow. So I'm going to be able to outspeed a +1 me and Chow, as well as anything below that speed tier. The only things that will outspeed me is going to be a +1 Rabombi, so like Quiver Dance, or just like a Scarf Aerodactyl. Neither of which I really expect to come. I also outspeed, I believe, Modest Nidoqueen, which is nice. Do I outspeed Modest Nidoqueen? I don't actually think I do. I might. Let me see. Does this calc matter? You'll see what this calc does later. Modest Nidoqueen, I think I outspeed you. I think you hit something like 129. 128. So yeah, I outspeed on Modest Nidoqueen too, which is possible for him to bring. He could definitely bring a Modest Nidoqueen because he didn't really need all that speed. His speed tier is probably going to be 1 over Celesteela, which of course I outspeed because Celesteela hits 124. But yeah, speaking of Celesteela, it's going to be the next mon we're going to be bringing. Celesteela is of course really good in this match, just defensively. He does not have the best ways to beat this thing. His electric type is Rotom, which I can switch into, and his fire type is Volcanion, which I can switch into. Multiple ways, I might add. So I can deal with both of those pretty well, and this is going to be a very interesting set. So this is going to be, of course, Kibo, and we are going to be giving you the leftovers. Shout out to CJ, I believe, for this set. But because of Celesteela's bulk, I can actually put up subs on a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be running Subtoxic Leech Seed. Now, I didn't know what move I wanted as my last move, because I could run a couple different things. I could run Heavy Slam, I could just run Earthquake and not run Stab, which was an interesting idea. I could run Air Slash, Heavy Slam, Flamethrower. I could run a lot of stuff. A Flash Cannon. I could run a lot of stuff, but I didn't know what I wanted yet, so I was going to leave it blank. And I knew that I wanted this much HP after some calcs, and I knew I wanted, where is it? This much Spadef with a Calm or Careful Nature, depending on what I ended up putting. But the Calm is the first one you put type in that gets brought up when you type in CA, so it ended up being Calm. I was sure I wanted some speed, but I didn't know how much yet, so I was going to leave that for later. But I knew I wanted at least this, and I'd figure out the rest later. Because I already had ideas of what I wanted the rest of the mon to be. I knew that I wanted my Mesprit, and I think this Mesprit is the one mon out of everything on this team that I spent the most time on. Because I had a lot of ideas for this Mesprit. I had a lot of moves on this Mesprit at one point or another. And we're going to talk about them. So, I knew I wanted Helmet. I knew I wanted Helmet to chip down the Kangaskhan. But after looking at his team and seeing a lot of potential leads and everything, I kind of decided that this would be an anti-lead Mesprit. Right? I ended up having Rest on here just to get healthy again, because I knew that I was going to be more of a fast Mesprit and not as bulky. So being able to restore all my HP was really nice. I had Dazzling Gleam for the HeraHorde potentially. I had U-Turn, Healing Wish, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. If this was a Z-Mon, it might have been easier, and I might have just run a Z-Crystal. But let's talk about this set, right? So this is going to be Stealth Rock and Psychic. I knew those two were going to be on this set no matter what. Psychic is my strongest stab move against the Nidoqueen, which is something that I knew wanted to matter. And after doing some calcs, I figured out that the only way I was going to knock out a Nidoqueen from full with Psychic from a Mesprit was going to be if I was Modest Max Special Attack, which is something that I wanted. So I did end up going Modest Max Special Attack. I did not want to deal with Nidoqueen this match. Nidoqueen could be a really big problem, and it being out of the way is super good, especially since it's one of its main, one of his main Thunderous checks, right? So I ended up going 204 speed, which would allow me to outspeed a Nidoqueen speed, creeping my Celesteela, and then threw the rest in bulk, which it sucks that I don't have a lot of bulk, but it's okay. And after doing a lot of calcs and a lot of thinking and a lot of staring at the matchup and just a lot, I ultimately decided that the last two moves were going to be Protect and Knock Off. So, like I said, Dazzling Gleam and Rest I think were the two biggest moves that I also was trying to fit on here. just because Dazzling Gleam would let me hit the HeraHorde and Rest would let me to stay healthy. But I went with Protect. Let me go over Knockoff. Knockoff is really easy. Knockoff allows me to get rid of an item, right? If for any reason he might switch into something, switch into the mini shower or something, I can get rid of the Choice Scarf. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. If for any reason I can get rid of something like Great Pointers, Leftovers, or something, blah, 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 it's really, really nice. But it also, for the most part, is there so I can get rid of Bronzong's items, so in case that's one of his leads. I can knock off some item immediately, and it won't get recovery. He'll be damaged, and I can start whittling that thing down. Which is very important, of course, because whittling down the Bronzong is good for my Thunderous Therian. Which, Mesprit's kind of here to lead off well against just about anything he can lead off with, and I figured out, like, almost every single one of his leads is a Thunderous check. Like, he could lead the HeraHorde, which could be Choice Scarf and click U-turn. He could lead the Mega Kangaskhan, which fake out pressure, getting the Mega Evolution off, and it's really bulky and can take a hit from Thundurus. Nidoqueen, of course, it's going to be a Thundurus check. Delmize could be a Thundurus check, not really. Okay, it could be a Thundurus check, but it's not a lead. Bronzong could be a Thundurus check just because of its natural bulk, etc. So, it's really nice that I'm actually be able to anti-lead against all of those. But Protect is there for two things. If he leads the HeraHorde, I'm going to click Protect and scout for what move he's going to lock himself into if I think he's Choice Scarfed. Or, and this is the better part, is if he just, like, clicks Z-Belch. Or, Z-Belch is the worst of it. Or if he clicks Z-Iron Tail. I can scout that, get rid of that immediately, and then all of a sudden, he's not in a good place. And then I can act accordingly. If I see him click U-turn, I'm just going to stay and click Rocks. I'll be honest, I really will stay and click Rocks if I think he's Choice Scarfed. So that's something. And then Nidoqueen. So Nidoqueen, Protect is also there. Let me finish Protect, I'm sorry. Protect is also there to lead off against the Kangaskhan and click Protect on the Fake Out. Fake Out into Return does have a chance to kill me, and Fake Out into Double Edge definitely kills me. Fake Out into Crunch definitely kills me, because I'm not running a lot of HP in bulk, because I'm running Smash Spell Attack, so that I can secure the KO Nidoqueen and just get rid of that turn 1, hopefully. So Fake Out won't be going off against me. I'll click Protect versus it, stop Fake Out, and then I can put up my Rocks, or I can click Psychic. Be honest, I don't know what I'm going to click. I'm probably going to click Stealth Rock, because Stealth Rock is just really good against Steam. Weakening everything down for my Thundurus to win. And besides, he won't be able to knock me out in any one hit. No, not one single hit from Kangaskhan will knock me out, and that means he'll have to take both Parental Bond Rocky Helmets and then another Rocky Helmet hit to finish me off. And 3 Rocky Helmet hits will be enough to put Kangaskhan in range of my Thunderbolt from the Thundurus. If it's not invested in HP, 3 Rocky Helmets puts it down to 50, and modest max special attack Thunderbolt from Thundurus to a non-HP invested. Kangaskhan does 50.5 min. So, that's a knockout. And it's really good. So yeah, this is my Mesprit. I'm very, very happy. I really like this Mesprit, I'll be honest. I really think this is a good anti-lead. I'm also happy that I'm actually able to run Invest in Mesprit for the first time, because every single time I bring Mesprit, it just rocks, stab, support, probably U-turn. Every single week. Every single week. Which sucks, because I love Mesprit because of his versatility, but I've just been running the same thing every single week because I'm like that. But I mean, that's why I draft Mesprit all the time. Because it's so good at putting up rocks and just being good at bulky Psychic and stuff. So yeah. It's actually my most drafted Mon. After I put my stats in on my doc for UBL, after the season ends, Mesprit will be my #1 most drafted Pokemon of all time at 8 times out of like 50. So, if you're ever in a league with me, there's about a 16% chance that I'm going to draft a Mesprit. So, there's like a 100% chance that I'm going to draft a bulky Psychic with rocks. So anyway, that's my Mesprit, and let's move on finally. Let's move on to the HeraHorde check, right? The obvious HeraHorde check that it's obviously coming because it's obvious, and it's Florges. Florges, I knew I was going to bring because HeraHorde. And then just in general, it's actually really good versus his team. He does have some fairy resists, but those fairy resists, like Nidoqueen and Volcanion, I can hit with coverage moves like Hidden Power Ground. I originally had Synthesis Heal Bell on this when I was like saying, oh, I'm gonna bring Rest Mesprit, right? Bring Rest Mesprit and just Heal Bell it all off. But like I ultimately decided, like, why would I do that when I can just why did I change that? When I can just run like Leftover or Berry, which is what I'm gonna run, and I can just run Wish Protect. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Wish Protect to keep my Celesteela and my Mesprit healthy, potentially, as well as one more Mon later down the road, but we will get to that when we get to that. And Moonblast and Hidden Power Ground. Now, obviously, I'm not doing any damage to the Bronzong, which is going to have Levitate, because there's no reason for him to run Heatproof versus my team, because I don't have a Fire type. But I mean, Moonblast is still going to do a little bit amount, and if he leads that and I knock off his leftovers, any chip damage off on that is completely fine with me, because that is putting it in range of Thunderous. But yeah, I knew I was bringing my Florges. I knew I was going to be max HP. I didn't really know anything else other than that, and I just moved on. Because I knew what the last two mons... Okay, at first I knew what the last two mons were, but I changed the last mon. The last mon was going to be a Alolan person, but then I realized when I was calculating stuff with like my Celesteela that the main reason I had a Alolan person, which was secondary check to Kangaskhan, secondary check to Delmise, secondary check to Aerodactyl and Bronzong, and all this stuff, and I didn't actually need it. So, we are going to go with the last two mons going to be Passimian, because LOL at his fighting resist, and you are level 50, and you are going to be Akane Iwari, and I didn't punch in the mood yet, I just moved on, and eventually I changed a Alolan person to what's going to be the last mon, which is going to be my Tentacruel, because I wanted secondary checks and stuff. So we're actually going to work backwards from here on out, because I just typed everything in and decided just to go like that. But my Tentacruel is Aoi Asahina, and we are going to keep the clear body. The clear body is really nice because it will allow me to come in on webs and not lose my speed, which is very important because getting the rapid spin off is important. And I knew that I wasn't going to put up T-Spikes. I actually just said I'm going to run an Assault Vest because that'll help me check the Hydreigon, that'll help me check the Volcanion, it'll help me check the Rabombi, it'll help me check the Vaporeon, kind of. I mean, I take Scalds, but like, I'm not getting anything back, right? But yeah, so this also will take one hit from the Nidoqueen should I really want it, and I knew I was going to run, like, max speed, right? I knew I was going to run 244, because that allows me to outspeed the Hydreigon, and my set, I knew I wanted Scald, because I thought burns were more important. I wanted Rapid Spin to get rid of hazards. Which moves did I run? I knew I ran Dazzling Gleam, and I ran Sludge Wave for damage, because damage is really important to make sure that Volcanion is not putting up stuff against me. So this is going to be my set. I was going to run some HP and then a little bit of defense to make sure that I could help also check Mienshao, because my main Mienshao check is running max special attack modest. Whoops. And then I realized after doing a lot of calcs that the only way I was going to be able to take 2 reckless high jump kicks from the Mienshao with my Tentacruel was if I ran this spread. This takes 2. And only 2. Which is not fun because I'm not as specially bulky as I'd like. But I mean, I'm still taking 40% from a Draco Meteor, give or take, if it's Scar. I'm not going to be taking anything from the 2 Z moves that he could go for, like Z Belch or Z Iron Tail, unless he brings the Earth Power, in which case, you got me, man. You got me. But also, you'd have to outspeed me, and you can't if you're Z, because I'm faster than you, and I'm going to Dazzling Gleam you and get 70% off, guaranteed, and put you in range of Infinite Power Ice from my Thundurus, which we're going to go back to. My Thundurus is looking really, really good. I have ways to weaken the Hydreigon, I have ways to weaken the Bronzong and the Kangaskhan and the Nidoqueen. Ooh, look at my Thundurus versus his team. But just in case, I want to have that nice backup sweeper, which is, of course, my Passimian. Defiant, CC, U-turn, knock off, Iron Head. Very standard, very basic, but it's what it gets the job done. 172 speed allows me, with a jolly nature, to outspeed a max speed Aerodactyl. So I speed out everything on his team except for Choice Scarfers, who are faster than me, like a max speed Choice Scarf Nidoqueen, which shouldn't come. And it's okay if it comes, because I'm not going to do damage to it anyway. And then, of course, a Choice Scarf Mienshao is going to outspeed me. But that's fine. I might actually take one. Do I take one? Passimian? Do you take one high jump kick? You might. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Why is the Mienshao set an Assault Vest? Reckless. High jump kick. You actually do. Look at that. Look at that. You actually do take one singular one. Oh, and I haven't changed my I haven't had my team gen yet. Let me add 12 into defense. Cool. I'll remember to change that. Now that I know, I actually didn't count that, which is good that I counted that. But I knew I was going to have this much SPDF. 108 SPDF allows me to take a Draco Meteor after rocks from the HeraHorde from full, which is important because maybe I think the thing's going to go for defog and I can switch in on it, and he goes, actually, I want to take Draco Meteor. And then that's not really good. But I also take Dark Pulses really well. If I'm not going to get OHKO by a Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse is going to do absolutely nothing. I don't think, off the top of my head, I think that means it does like less than 30%. So I can switch on that pretty reliably and just pressure it out. If it's Scarf, I could Scout. I probably by then, if I'm switching my Persimmon in on HeraHorde at that time, I already know what its set is. But if he goes for default at that point and I get the Define boost, oh my lordy. Oh my lordy, I hope he has the Delmise at that point, because otherwise, Close Combat is going to wreck shop. I actually wonder. I wonder. I know Rabombi would take one, obviously. Easy. It would easily take one if you were at +2. But it wouldn't take 2, LOL, that does so much damage. But I know the other one I want to check, Nidoqueen's going to get eviscerated. Nidoqueen will get 2 KO'd. It'll probably do 75%. Yeah, 65, 65 to 77. Yeah, at +2, at that point, something will be weakened. Close Combat would nab a kill. Close Combat would 1000% get a kill if there's no Delmise and I get the Define boost. So that's really cool. But we're going to put that 12 right there. We're going to put that 12 up there too. Actually, let me recap something. Let me recap something, shall I? Well, I had to fix this again. Because they don't want to put in a normal fucking me and Chow spread. No one wants to run a normal me and Chow for some reason. I jump kick. What if I run 1, 2, 3? Then what if I get rid of that? Okay. Well, we're just going to run 4 then. We're going to run 4 there, and we're just going to run 212 into attack, and that's going to be my Persimmon. I take 1 high jump kick from full after rocks from the reckless high jump kick, me and Chow. I take 1 Draco Meteor from full after rocks from the HeraHorde, which is also really nice, and I can close combat that. So yeah, that's that, now that I've done all that. That's my Persimmon potential secondary win con if I think that Rotom is more of a... If I think Rotom is going to... If Rotom's there and like it becomes a problem and stuff. But anyway, we're going to go out and we're going to finish our last little bit. I knew at this point that this was going to be Zap Plate because it would provide me some extra damage and extra chances to win. Since I'm weakening all of his electric resist, I just want to just be able to click the stronger Thunderbolt versus ones that, you know, don't resist it. And then Celesteela, I knew this was going to be Air Slash at this point, and I went ahead and finished this spread. This ended up being... How much speed did I put in here? I put in that many. So I'm going to put you at that speed. That's going to allow me to make sure that I outspeed something that's trying... Like, I outspeed a Volcanion with a little bit of speed, if I really want to. I also have enough... I also am just, like, naturally strong enough in my special attack to secure breaking the sub of a max HP Volcanion, which is nice. But this also allows me to outspeed Adamant Delmise, which is important, because Delmise can be a nuisance. So if it's max speed, Adamant, I will outspeed it and just Air Slash it and beat it 1v1. Which is, again, good for the Thundurus. But anyway, I do the rest in defense just because, screw it. And then 4 in special attack just because, again, screw it. Because I had 4 left over. And then finally, my last Mon is going to be my Florges. I decided that I was going to run enough speed. Of course, I'm going to be trying to outdo some Mons that are speed creeping me and stuff like Volcanion and stuff. But the main thing that this is going to do is allow me to outspeed a max speed Jolly Delmise, I think. Wait, why does that seem a little bit low? Maybe I'm going to fix 2 things today. Oh, no, that's right. That's a weird speed tier, 101. But now outspeed max speed Jolly Delmise, which is nice. I can pick that up with a Moonblast. And now Delmise is far less of a threat versus my team because everything outspeeds it unless it's Jolly, in which case it only outspeeds Celesteela, which it kind of wanted the Adamant to do the damage to Celesteela, so it doesn't actually beat anything. So that's really nice. And the rest ended up going into... Okay, so I had 20 SPDF. 20 SPDF, which I'll fix later. 44 special attack, and the rest went into physical bulk with a bold nature to maximize my physical, bulk, and be able to take hits from the physical side. 44 EVs and special attacks means that I always 2-hit KO, no HP Volcanion after rocks. Okay, I don't always, but it's as long as I don't get 2 max rolls in a row. I was not spending the next extra like 40 EVs to guarantee that tiny little thing. But I do 37.4 minimum to a no HP Volcanion, which is nice. And the 20 special defense EVs means after rocks, Specs Flash Cannon into Specs Flash Cannon with Berry does not kill me from the HeraHorde, which is nice. So that, my friend, is going to be the team. I'm really proud of this team. I really think that this is a game-winning team. I spent 25 minutes talking about it. God, I hope it's a game-winning team. And I'm going to go get this gen. I'm actually going to have it fixed. I'm glad I didn't have a gen yet, and we're going to go have these battles, which you guys will see tomorrow. So, of course, let me know what you think of the team. Let me know how you think it came out, whether or not you like it, and let me know whether or not you think you're going to win in the comment section down below. I really appreciate you guys and girls who watch my videos every single day. You are the GOAT. You are the best, and I love you to death. And be sure to watch my video tomorrow, which is hopefully going to be a really good battle. Until then, I'll see you guys later. I love you so much. Peace.